I didn't really become a full-on gamer until I got into college and got a job to be able to afford my own games and system. However, there were some early gaming influences. Back during my childhood, my sister and I had the typical educational computer games of the 90s. Anyone remember Reader Rabbit? The Clue Kids? Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego? Most of the game were point-and-click story games, the majority of which were Disney movie-based. Winnie the Pooh and the 101 Dalmatians are the ones I remember the most. And then of course there were the built-in ones like Solitaire or Minesweeper. I was horrible at the latter one because I didn't actually know how to play. My grandparents had this really old computer that was left there by some relatives. And by old, I mean it had Windows 3.1. And MS-DOS. To get anything in the DOS, you had to type some sort of command code, which meant we usually had to go get our dad to bring up the game. There was some game with monkeys throwing bananas in it. I don't remember what it was called. Also, there is the DOS version of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which we found much harder than the US one. Apparently it had an encyclopedia, but we didn't know how to use it at that age and my sister could barely read. When I was in middle school, I became a big fan of Star Wars. I borrowed a couple of PC games from my older cousin. They were Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and the first Knights of the Old Republic. The latter I was confused about and had to ask for an explanation since I wasn't familiar with that type of game mechanic at that time. I would later be able to buy Jedi Academy and KOTOR 1 and 2 by finding them at half-price books. Around that time we also got N64 with a handful of games like Donkey Kong 64 and the Star Wars pod racing game. We mainly got it because of a price drop thanks to the GameCube coming out. Then we got a GameCube, and thus began my more serious foray into the world of video games. Next time I'll talk more about the Nintendo years. Ta-ta for now!